Welcome to Dallas, the home of the killers. Welcome to Dallas, sharks and gorillas. The girls, they going harder than
All right. We're back with Calvin Johnson, my man. So, we talked a little bit about the Carmelo situation.
Yes,
now,
sir.
since we're on the topic of cases, obviously there's a pretty big one going on in Dallas right now. And we're not. I don't think we should. We're not gonna get too in depth on any of the Yella Beezy stuff, but there is an important piece of this, right?
Yes, the lyrics.
And they decided that they were going to allow the submission of was it 3 or 4 songs?
3 or 4 songs.
So they had like a litany of tracks, and they decided that there was 2 or 3 of them that met the minimum requirement for evidentiary material evidence or whatever it is, where they can submit it and it makes sense. So what is that? First off, what are the qualifications? What is the litmus test for that? It seems like it's hard to imagine that they can even do it in the first place, but I do kind of understand it if and only if there is if the lyrics, the specific lyrics, actually show that you know something specifically about a crime scene that otherwise would not have been known by anybody publicly. How rare that is, I don't know. In Chicago they had, all of these guys.
Oh my God!
Well, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't think any of the lyrics should be used because I think that for me, it's entertainment. I still think it's entertainment.
Well, yeah,
and I think that especially in rap nowadays, you got people because you're making stuff up, or a lot of people making stuff up, in terms of bravado. Sometimes you're saying stuff for the style of it, and I think that it takes away from the theater of rap. I think that rap is an art form, and I think you limit the art form when you start to go in and start limiting what people can say on songs. I mean, I have a big concern about that.
Generally, I'm an artist. You know what I mean? So generally, I agree. I think I would agree. However, hear me out on this one particular situation. How you think about it. So let's say that I'm pulled in for questioning. I'm a suspect. I'm even charged. I'm held. They start digging through my catalog of work. Okay, and they start doing all this stuff. Right? At a cursory glance, I'm like, look, Poofy Man is a character.
Yeah.
My name's Chris, and I get
Exactly.
that. But when they find the one freestyle where I'm talking about the style of shoes the dude was wearing that I killed, or the color, or how he was laid up, or how many times he got shot, or the number of bullet casings, things that were deliberately withheld from the public when reporting it, so that they can cross-reference and ask in questioning with suspects. I mean, that's I had to have been on the scene.
But what if you got the information?
I'm just asking. Yeah, I mean,
what if you got the information from somewhere else?
That's fair.
And I always try to tell people there are other ways to get information.
Yeah, you heard it on the street or whatever.
You heard it on the street, or sometimes you can be making it up. Sometimes you can be guessing it.
Yeah, there's ways around it. Yeah,
I just don't like using the lyrics of the music to be able to do that, because I think you start to limit the art form, and I just don't like it. I mean, I don't like doing it.
I would be worried. I don't like the fact that they can weaponize it against artists in general, against anybody, but as soon, so now in what you're saying, I guess would be kind of like an ancillary fallout where, well, did you see what happened to YGK Duck or whatever, and these guys, or whatever his name? I don't fucking care, okay? I don't know. I don't fucking listen. Sorry.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, hey, we don't.
He's Texas.
So straight up.
He Texas.
That's what I'm talking about.
He Texas.
That's what I'm talking about, Calvin.
Texas.
Come on, baby. Anyway,
having a great.
Yeah,
that's our guy.
But for real, it would make you second guess. Yeah. You're sitting here writing, being in your creative zone.
Yeah.
And your whole job is not about getting money. At the end of the day, it's about sharing your talent with people. It's like, oh, but I don't want to get caught up in a. So
Think about this.
Okay. That's kind of weak. Yeah.
What about Rick Ross?
What about Rick Ross?
With
He's
everything
the
Rick
boss?
Ross, oh man, the big boss Rick Ross. Come
Yeah.
on, man, think
Love
about
them
this.
wings, man.
If y'all indict Rick Ross for everything he's ever said, oh my God.
Oh, but he's a correctional officer, so.
Okay.
Low
But
key.
still, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think we should be doing
Yeah.
that at all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not even, and it's funny because people think it's like some new wave thing, and it's only exclusively surrounds hip hop or something. It's like, no, I mean, like Elvis got in hot water over some of this stuff. Was it Sammy Davis? A lot of old guys, early rock and roll people. Johnny B. Good, who's that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, let me ask you a
You know what I'm
question.
talking about? Yeah.
What about some of the lyrics that the other person used when the other person got hurt? See, that's kind of
How
stuff.
do you mean?
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like, what do you do with that?
Well,
Like,
I mean,
what do you do with that?
I think so. I don't think you could ever build a case around it, right?
Yeah, so, but that's
could
what
it
I'm
be?
concerned about.
But could you? Would it be worth using if you were a prosecutor to just put those shoes on?
Yeah.
Would it be worth using as circumstantial evidence to kind of screw the lid on? Do you think it would be powerful in that way?
It could be, but I just would not want to use song lyrics.
Like I was just saying that, man. Come on.
But then you think about it, and then see what I hate about it is, why is it always just the rappers? They're not using rock or R&B or stuff like that. They may not do it as much, but still.
But yeah, I mean, I think that's actually kind of it's an interesting question. I think from a legal standpoint, it's just probably there's just not many cases of maybe Marilyn Manson got in hot water for it.
Yeah,
back
true.
in the day, 9 Inch Nails got in hot water for it.
True.
So but those are the only two I can think of. I mean, we can rattle off rappers all day if you. I don't know how much time you got. So,
But I don't like it.
Yeah.
I think it limits freedom of speech. I think it limits freedom of creativity. I do
Most
not like
definitely.
song lyrics being used in court. That's not mine. No.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Do you think that like low key? Do you think that that's a sign of anything in terms of the outcome?
Oh yeah, that could be a problem.
Like the fact that they even allowed it into play.
I think it could be a problem, but all the rest of the evidence is going to have to match up, and they're going to have to make they're going to have to make that connection. It's going to have to be bigger than somebody saying, "Yeah, that person paid me. Yeah, that person did this." It's going to have to be a bigger connection than that.
And I mean how strong is the witness's credibility?
And see, that's the thing. You got to look at that situation too as well.
I mean, how much does he have to gain from?
Bingo.
Yeah,
And
never
obviously,
works, like, really.
obviously there was something to gain because, like, I know what prosecutors are doing. They was going to take one. They were going to take one guy to trial, and then they probably had a back end deal ready for him, and then they had to switch it around. They have to take the shooter to trial first. That's what they do. That's the game that they play. So I already knew something's going on with that.
Right.
But that's one thing as a defense attorney you got to always be aware of. I always try to tell people what makes me a good defense attorney isn't just the fact that I went to law school. I went to a private college, went to a private law school.
It helped, though.
What makes me a good defense attorney, bro, is that I'm a hood guy that happened to become a lawyer.
Yeah.
And that I understand the courtroom, but I understand the street.
So that's a very powerful. Those two sets of knowledge, right, are come into play, and one without the other leaves you amiss, right? Like it leaves you in a vulnerable position at some point. So I think that's a good way of putting it, man, and it's why I respect the shit out of you. I know that because there's no way around. You're not gonna beat this guy. He's on the street in the freaking library.
I had a situation once, and I'll refer to the situation once.
Which means it was really bad.
A prosecutor had 200. And in one court, it's about 200 settings of cases that day. I walked past a courtroom. Prosecutor was, "Hey, is your guy here today?" And immediately piqued my interest. I was like, "Wait a minute, there's 200 cases. Why are you asking about my guy?" I said, "Wait a minute, there's something weird with that." So I waited and walked back an hour later. "Is your guy here today?" I said, "No, something's wrong." So I told my guy, I said, "Just wait upstairs. Don't come down here yet," because I knew something was up.
Yeah,
that's just how I am. I have an intuition. Because I'm a street smart. My street smarts told me,
what are they looking
out of
for?
200 people, why are you asking about my guy?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I waited all the way to the end of docket, and then she had to come on in and tell me that DEA agents were waiting across the hall to try to talk to my guy.
Yeah.
But thank God I had them wait because we were able to talk to them under our own circumstances as opposed to when they wanted to talk to them under their terms. They ended up talking to us under our terms because I realized what was going on.
Instead of them sneaking in and doing like, hey, let me talk to you real quick.
The average guy wouldn't have realized that, but I knew it based on how she was asking me the question. She had shifty eyes when she asked me the question, and I just got hood senses. I just do. And so I was able to pick up on some things that my intuition told me, and that comes from being raised in the community, raised in the hood. I'm a lawyer. I was raised at private universities, but I grew up in rough communities, so it kind of helps me understand what's happening in the street. So that's my benefit to my clients on both ends.
I mean, it's also like you have a specific empathy for it. Like you understand where they're coming from. You've seen it all. You have, know, you understand the plight. You know what I'm saying?
Set.
Yeah,
very unique skill set. Very unique skill set.
It is, man. It is. And anyways, we're gonna end it there, man. Calvin, I appreciate you so much.
For sure, man.
Man,
anytime, man. We gotta do this again.
Most definitely.
Once again, it's on.
Every single time. Every time there's a big court, I'm bringing. He's my legal analyst. You know what I mean?
Southside the realist.
Yes, sir. All right. Till next time.
Welcome to Dallas, the home of the killers. Welcome to Dallas, the sharks and gorillas, the girls, they going harder than